Hello and welcome to Starting and Operating a Business in Washington State. This is a movie presentation designed to teach you a little bit about starting and operating your very own business. This class is intended for entrepreneurs and those who are interested, obviously, in starting their own business. We're going to go through some information for you and teach you everything you need to know about doing so in Washington State. By way of background, my name is Craig Gorella. I'm the owner, operator, and co-founder of Cornerstone Funding Services. We are a corporation licensed and registered in Washington State. We've been in operation for several years now. And before we incorporated, we were operating as a sole proprietorship. All told, our business, Cornerstone Funding, has been in operation successfully for about 5 years now. We have also spun off ancillary companies that do various things like financing, business financing, real estate financing, business consulting, business formation consulting. So we have several companies that fall under the umbrella that is Cornerstone Funding Services. Each one of them in their own right has been successful over the last couple years. And as a whole, Cornerstone Funding Services itself has been a successfully operated company for several years now. We have helped hundreds of entrepreneurs analyze their potential businesses, whether it be an investment company, a nutrition and counseling company, a management firm, a real estate property management firm, a restaurant, a bar, a nightclub. We've done it all. We've spoken with many entrepreneurs from around the country and, quite frankly, around the world in places like Mexico, Canada, Europe, London, Italy, Japan, Australia, places like that. And we've had an opportunity to help clients not only think about and plan their businesses, but also to finance their businesses, to be a part of their boards, and to also really get to know people on a personal level. We've helped enough clients start enough business. We have the business of forming a business down to a science. We use templates specifically for Washington State, which is an easy state in which to form a business, but we also have templates for many other states in the country. This allows us to get your information in an efficient way, put it into these state-sponsored templates, and form your businesses in most situations in 24 hours or less, regardless of what type of structure you want to take on. To give you a little indication of my experience before we started Cornerstone, I went to school, college, university for civil engineering. That was my career for several years. I worked at a civil engineering firm, helping clients design and develop buildings. Each one of those buildings would typically be put into its own LLC. So I've overseen the creation and management of many companies, corporations, LLCs. Some of them have the same properties and many of them have different properties. So I've seen the gamut really of different types of corporations and entities that can be formed for all different purposes. In addition, our co-founder of Cornerstone, also a family member of mine, comes from a business background. He worked for several banks, several lenders. In addition, I also worked for several lenders after leaving the real estate and development industry. So we have a very keen understanding of the capital restrictions or the capital needs of a business, primarily when starting and operating a business in its infancy, i.e. the first 2 years, more particularly the first 6 months when most businesses will need to go through their expenses and put in place their marketing and advertising plans so that they can turn around and make a profit. We have a very good understanding of capital needs of young businesses. In addition, my partners and I spend a lot of time traveling the country giving these presentations, presenting these movies, and speaking and interacting with a lot of entrepreneurs. Not only entrepreneurs, but also the people who make the rules that govern businesses and banks and lenders and things like that. We pass on that expertise to you via these presentations and also in our classrooms. In any event, we love what we do. We love having our own business. We love running our own business. We love operating our business. We love working with employees and consultants, and we like dealing with entrepreneurs like yourselves who are coming up with new and innovative ways to run new businesses. This presentation in its entirety from start to finish is a little over an hour. It runs approximately an hour 15 in time. It's organized in a clear and consistent way using slides, and there will be a audio narrative such as you're hearing now, which follows along with those slides. There's a web resource section at the end, which gives you some information to go out online and test some of the things that we're putting in practice here in this presentation. We encourage you to contact us anytime throughout the presentation. You may be viewing this presentation in its entirety, which is a rather large movie file, or you may be viewing it in pieces. We sometimes break up this movie and give it out to groups over the course of several weeks. Maybe it's a 4-week course or an 8-week course or even a 12-week course. Depending on how you're viewing it will determine how long the presentation is. In any event, we hope that you'll visit us at cornerstonesvs.com. That's our website where we list a lot of helpful information, tips, tools, and tricks for the budding entrepreneur and investor, someone who is out there trying to start their own company and needs help looking into the documents required to do so. We love to consult on that kind of thing, and we're often giving out a lot of free advice for entrepreneurs. We really enjoy interacting with these people, and we hope you'll contact us. It's our hope also that you enjoy this presentation. To begin, it's helpful to think about why you're here, why you're looking at this presentation. What exactly is it that you want to get out of this presentation? Do you need to learn about forms and paperwork and filing? Do you want to learn more about business statistics, or are you looking to learn more about what it takes to operate a business? Whatever it may be, write it down on paper, think about it, and before you get into this class, which is essentially a learning exercise, put a little bit of thought into what you want to get out of your business venture. One of the things you want to think about in this process first is really to get an understanding of why you want to start your business. What was it first that made you think you wanted to leave whatever job you were in or get away from what you were currently doing and start your own venture? It's good to think about it in those terms. It's good to get it down on paper and look at it every day. Maybe post it up inside your house or a quiet room or in your office, or if you have a home office, post it there. But think about what it is inside that makes you really want to go out and be your own boss and start your own business. Another thing to think about, and one of the things that we'll go over in this course, is what you're going to need to get started. Everything from paperwork, forms, and even a few organizational skills and tools. We'll go through that and teach you a little bit about what you'll need to start your own business and operate your own business. One of the most important things in starting your own business is planning it. It takes the most time, and we're going to go through each step and show you how to plan your business and plan it very successfully before you even get started. We're going to talk about things like business structures. We're going to mention some of the items like financing and capital and exactly how much capital you need to start your business and get it up and operating. We're going to talk about location. You've heard location, location, location used in things like real estate. It's also very important in business. Are you going to be using a retail store, a storefront location, also called a brick and mortar? Or are you going to be a online business, maybe just an online store or a mailing direct mail catalog? Or is your business completely via the phone? We'll talk a little bit about that. As I mentioned before, we'll talk a little bit about paperwork and the types of forms that you'll need to file. We're going to talk about resources that are available to you through places like the SBA and SCORE, and a lot of online resources, as well as Cornerstone, which you should use as a resource. And we'll also talk about what you need to do to make it all happen, how to put all these things together, how to think about them, how to organize your business, and how to get started. But not only get started, but how to get started efficiently, quickly, and how to put all these things together in a clear and concise way so you know exactly how you're moving forward and what steps you need to take to get from one goal to the next.